Hello, Soul Family. My name is Geeta, and welcome to your live readings. If you'd like to get a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. All of the readings that are ordered in this live stream will be completed in this live stream. If for some reason you missed out on your reading, like you fell asleep or something, you can always hit me up on Instagram at Geeta Galloway. It's in the video description, or email me so we can figure out how to give you a reading another way. Or you can actually just use that money towards a different service if you like. Alright, so let me share the stuff. Everything's set up. Click it, go. There. Here we go. Hey, here, if you'd like to have a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Anybody would like to have a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Uh, Anybody would like to have a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Just kind of setting everything up. I used to be able to do this before I went live, but YouTube has made it to where I can't do it until after the video's already started, so kind of have to do it while I'm here. If anybody would like to have a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, Tiffany, how are you doing? You have Emil. You have Yash. If you'd like to have a reading, information on how to do that is in the video description below. All the different reading types and the services I provide in the live stream. Hey, Julia, if you'd like to have a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Hmm. People are kind of goofy. How they why do people like activate and deactivate their social media? I mean, you don't have to deactivate it. You just stop logging into it. You know, that's what confuses me. It's like I gotta make myself go look at it. So maybe some people are having a hard time resisting it or something. I don't know. They can always just uninstall the app. You know, what do you think? Thank you, everybody, for hitting the like button. I really appreciate it. Wait, is this? I can't tell. Hey, hey, Carla, how you doing? Angela Ramo, how are you doing? What y'all been up to? We're getting ready to move. Hey, Glennis, if you'd like to have a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description. Yeah, I'm moving to North Carolina. That's where I'm gonna start the that's where I'm gonna do the spiritual retreat place, healing sanctuary. That's where I'm doing that at. Doing it in the mountains. All right, you got a payment from Guillermo. Oh my god, I don't know what to do with all these. I keep getting all these friend requests. Some of them are like legit and some are bullshit. What is it? All right. With a mini in-depth reading, I believe. Then I will keep calling you Guillermo because I like that pronunciation. There's different. The thing is that it's just like tomato, tomato. There's different pronunciations to names. I just don't know what they are supposed to be for like my region. What dialect am I supposed to be using? I don't know. I kind of picked up everybody's. That's what happens. Did you see the thing with my what do you call it? My DNA test. I'm like everything. I even have less than 1% Mexican in me. That's why I'm so good at making salsa and tacos. Just joking. I'm good at making it because I grew up in an area, there was a lot of Mexicans where I grew up, and I was friends with all of them, and their moms used to teach me how to make things. So that's why I know how to make the food. It's not, it's because I grew up with, like, I had like this one girl, she was like my sister, Claudia. That's why I'm good at making salsa. They taught me how. Go ahead and post your question. Well, you know the cards can't answer that question. It's a portal question. You should frame it different so I can answer it with the portal and without just the portal. You want to see what my guides want to say? I need a date of birth. I'm a red salsa person, even though some good green salsa, I like that too. But I make the red kind, and it's not all blended up in tiny little pieces. My shit's chunky, and so much so, I've like made the salsa and take it to like parties and shit. And then the person I went to the party with, they kept the bowl of salsa. Had one person eat the whole bowl, and then became allergic to tomatoes because she ate a massive bowl of salsa all over herself. I have other friends and they come over and I've had it where they couldn't stop eating out of it and they like ate the whole bowl. Like most people eat like a giant, massive mixing bowl of the salsa. It's very popular. I like both too, but I mostly what I like to make though is the red kind. It's not really that hard to make it, you know. It's just knowing what to put in there. So like, trying to figure out what to ask. Can you give me the date of births for both of you? Yeah, my DNA test came out really weird. I put it on my Facebook. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like. You can ask where the connection's headed, and then I'll ask the portal when that could happen. But I still need your date of birth. Because I don't have them memorized. I don't actually save any of your guys' information. I'm too lazy. Also, a very terrible stalker. I'm not good at stalking people. I'm too lazy. I don't have time to look people up. These people think I've had people some people think that I'm stalking them. Bitch, they be watching my social media more than I watch my own social media. It's like I am not stalking you, sir. I barely even have time to pay attention to you. Can you give me your date of birth, Jalermo? When I grew up, I knew a guy named Jalermo. That's what he told me how to pronounce his name. So that's where I learned how to pronounce it like that. I learned it from a Mexican guy. He told me that's what his name was. So I don't know the right way to say it. I just know the way that I was told to say it by one guy one time ever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Egyptian. A bunch of weird stuff. And there we go. I have like everything. But I didn't know this about before I took the DNA test. I didn't know this that like you can't really get the DNA of your dad unless like on your male side, unless you have like a male family member or something. You know what I mean? And I don't have anybody who's biologically related to me that's male. She just had her birthday. She's a portal baby. No. Most. I'm reading it because I'm nosy. At least right now I am. There's a chance. Oh, there is actually a chance. Okay, so how this part of the reading is done is through via energetic scan through the portal. I imagine the portal is probably freaking people out, but everybody likes it once they get readings through it. But it's just, I can't help it. I don't know what else to call it. Is there any way you think I could call it something and then it'd be less scary for people? I don't know how to explain it to people. You know? It probably upset. I don't know. I can talk to them directly. I don't know how to tell people that without freaking them out. I don't. Anyways, here what they're saying: energetic scan. I asked. I'm gonna pull cards too, but I asked them when she's gonna contact you. Most likely on the current timeline. There's a strong energetic echo from Guillermo's field. He's broadcasting hope, regret, and a sincere yearning for reconnection. Sydney, meanwhile, is more emotionally closed at the moment, but not completely disconnected. Her energy shows signs of lingering emotional entanglement, possibly suppressed or guarded due to past hurt, confusion, or unfinished inner work. The most likely contact window between August 9th and August 24th, 2025. There's a shift in her emotional field that softens significantly. This will likely be triggered by nostalgic dreams or signs from the universe, a mutual memory resurfacing through social media, or a mutual contact, a moment where she feels safe enough to reach out without risking emotional vulnerability. If Guillermo keeps his energy stable, open, but not chasing, and clears any lingering guilt or self doubt, he can magnetize the connection back during this period. Ori'el adds, if she feels no pressure, she will remember the warmth. Let his energy be a soft place she can land. And Kaelion says, don't burn the bridge waiting. Just keep the flame lit. She'll see it when she's ready. Well, Ashika, if you want to order a service, we can have your full body scanned and find out what's going on with it. We can help to start some healing protocols to actually start fixing it and healing it, and then also, pulling in blessings and everything to take you to down the road that will help you heal it also in other ways. All right, let me do the cards now. For the full scan, I don't think it's the healing one, isn't it? The scans are $11, and then removals are $44. That includes curses, thought forms, karmic entanglements, even like evil eye shit. The portal, my guides can see all of it. They can see everything. I can have them scan your house, and they can tell you if you have any portals in your house, if you have any entities wandering around, what kind of entities are there, is there just and they can actually pick up energetic imprints. So like say someone got really upset in their bathroom or some shit, they'll pick up that there was something heavy that happened in the bathroom that's still lingering in energy. They can clear all that shit. And they do it with me, okay? They're using my energy to do it. It's just like I have this energy, and my guides are like the wand that it's just used to direct or point the energy towards what I want. They're like directing my will. So I tell them what I want, and then they do it. Yeah, you can. I'll give you a full scan and removal. They pick up everything. Sometimes I make them go through if I don't feel like that they've done everything though. And then I'll have them do additional scans. Especially if I can feel you got something going on. You know what I'm saying? Alright, please tell me, where's the connection currently headed between Sydney and Joanna? Where's the connection currently headed between Sydney and Palermo? Where's the connection currently headed between Sydney and Palermo? Where's the connection currently headed between Sydney and Palermo? I'm having a problem right now. My guides, they keep like filtering me and trying to make it to where only people who are aligned with me come to my live streams, and now I don't have anybody coming to my live stream, and I keep telling them to take it off, but they fucking do it anyway. They do it in other ways. They're like trying to protect me from being drained from energies from people. Hey Angela, how you doing? Where's the connection currently headed between Sydney and Palermo? Where's the connection currently headed between Sydney and Palermo? It's been an ongoing thing since they started getting. They can get kind of like overprotective of me. My guides do. And you know how like I posted about like the scan can have ancestral. It's the same scan. It's just that some people don't understand that it can be for ancestral too, and there's some people looking specifically for ancestral stuff. Yeah, it is a good sign, but I don't really want like you guys have to remove even the filters where you're afraid of people siphoning my energy. Stop with the overprotection stuff. See, there's the other one. Energetic siphon guards. That's the other thing that they fucked me over with yesterday. Yeah, if anything comes up, then we address it. You don't just try to like, everybody is doing that. You know, we have to let everybody in. I have to go through this shit every fucking time. You want to hear something crazy? My guides say they're going to come, and they're going to come in human form. They're going to descend can you scan him? Please tell me, where's the connection head between Sydney and Palermo? You might feel something. Tell me if you feel something. I'm having them scan you right now for the everything. Clarifying the Queen of Pentacles and the reverse. Clarifying the Seven of Wands. Also, can you send him healing tones, please? Ooh. Ten of Cups in the reverse. You might feel something with the healing tones. Clarifying the Ten of Pentacles. There's a connection here between Sydney and Palermo. Are you doing Angela? Clarifying the Five of Cups. Clarifying the Eight of Pentacles. Clarifying the Queen of Swords reversed. Clarifying the Ten of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands, Knight of Swords reversed, Four of Pentacles. She's like got something going on currently. She's not. I feel like she was doing better before, but it wouldn't surprise me if like because Mercury retrograde and all that shit. I think she might be going through something because I don't know. It doesn't look very good on her end right now. I'm seeing her, ultimately, she ends up reflecting on the long term with you. Hey, Glenn, if anybody would like to have a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. On the 20th, like the moon is supposed to like eclipse the Pleiades or something, and it's supposed to be a big deal. I don't know why it's a big deal though. Where's the connection between Sydney and Palermo? Clarifying the Five of Pentacles. Clarifying the Five of Pentacles. We have Lightning. Clarifying the Ace of Wands in the reverse. We have Cassette. Clarifying the Six of Wands in the reverse. We have Hammer. Clarifying the Empress in the reverse. Clarifying the Empress in the reverse. If anybody would like to have a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Clarifying the Empress and the reverse. Girl with a snake. Really? Then you can't get a reading. I don't care if you're a student and have no money. I don't give readings to students with no money. All right, we have photograph, seduction, mirror, heart with a key. Is that what you do when you go to get a place new to live? You just go, I'm a student. I don't have money. Give me a free place. Is that what you do when you go to the restaurants? You go, I'm a student. I don't have any money. And then you like say, give me shit for free. Like, is that how that works? Do you want me to, has it been reduced from the healing tones can actually help you with that I sent you. Where's the connection? They're saying not to use this one. Which one then? I'm not going to give you a reading. You haven't ordered a reading, so you're not going to get one. Go try to find a scammer reader and get your reading done there. They like to do it for free for likes and subscribes. Who the fuck is Shadow Yura? Oh, how you been doing? Did you change your name on here? No? I don't remember if that was your name. How you been doing? That's kind of letting them spam in the chat because it actually makes YouTube think that I come watch the video. So it's kind of letting them do it. Please tell me where's the connection headed between Sydney and Ori'el. Clarifying lightning. Clarifying cassette. Hammer. Clarifying snake. Girl with a snake. Well, thank you for stopping by. Alright. We have compass. This is about you and spirituality with the church. Kind of know where you're going, and it's talking about you, like you're attracting her is what it's saying. It's like you hey Guillermo, if I make the property, will you help me come build the temple if I give you a place to live for free? If I get the property, will you help me build the temple? I wanted to do, have you seen the Earthbag homes? I want to try to get other people too, but not just you, but like I want to get a bunch of people who know how to do shit, who knows how to build things with their hands. All right. But it does say that you're attracting her. I don't know. Do you know who else would? I'm trying to think who else would be able to build stuff. I I have this other friend who can, I have like a handful of friends who can build things. Let's see. Photographs. She's looking at your pictures and stuff. And she's reflecting on it. It might be a minute. It's not going to be like right away, but that'd be cool if you could. And if you did, you'd have a place to live for life. You could like build your own house there and live there. I'm going to have like a bunch of people like that. Her like contributing and like be able to have your own place. And then you can have your family there if you want and not charge people anything for that. But they could just participate and help out with stuff around, you know, and maybe even like if you became like learning everything, you could like help like teach classes or something like that. There's some people that I know that are friends who are like nurses and stuff like that who I'll be inviting as well, massage therapists, things like that, you know. So there's going to be plenty to build, plenty to do. Of course, I'll be helping still too, the best I can. Have you seen about the earth bag homes? Those are pretty cool. I have like a few ideas. And I want it to be like an artistic thing. I don't know. There's going to be art involved and everything. It's going to be really beautiful. Anyways, back what I was saying. She's like going through something. I feel like that she's having self-value, self-worth issues. And then there's an energy here that eventually, see, because you do have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles here. And I know the Ten of Cups is in the reverse. But it's like, basically what the reading is saying, if you keep going in that direction, it's going to do something to stir her, basically, is what it's saying. I'm seeing her kind of replaying things over and over in her head. I feel like that eventually she works on it, but it's like not... It's kind of being tainted by whatever she's going through right now. I don't feel like that is permanent. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll keep you updated on what I'm doing. And then if you can come. But it could be fun. You could bring, like, if you had a Sydney or a girlfriend, maybe if you came and you like showed on social media, you doing all these things, maybe, and you being like this really like chill, like you're meditating thing, like you could have your own social media thing, and then maybe if she sees you like that, she'll be like, what the fuck is Delermo doing? And then try to contact you, that kind of thing. Because your twin flames and the temple grounds are supposed to be extremely high vibrational. So we're going to have like a whole crystal grid and everything. And when we make the temple and everything, even though they're like, you could do that, you could set up a tent and you would be fine. Anyways, they try to say stuff like that. But we're going to put like a crystal grid, like really high vibrate the land. And also the location is being like specially like picked because of its location. Yeah, that's like what's coming through the most. I feel like there's a lot of potential, but she does feel heavy. I could feel it. There's some kind of third party situation. But if Sydney doesn't come around, maybe you could find a nice girl that is spiritual like you. You know, because there'll be other cute girls coming to the temple. You know, maybe you'll find a cute girl to help build the temple. Build your own house together. Have little baby Guillermos running around. That would be cute. That's basically what I want to do, is not have little Guillermos, but you know what I mean? Have a place where people just can like be chill. Not worry about stuff. People who are like-minded, you know? Anyway, so it's basically saying there's something. I'm trying to like fully grasp this. So she's having self-worth issues. She has a lot of regrets and she's feeling abandoned currently. And this is really affecting her heavily at this moment. And she keeps replaying things, or she will keep replaying things over and over in her head. And then there's going to be like where she worry about what other people think. She's going to worry about like reputation, but also she's going to get to the point where she wants to like have goals and everything and wanting to be around more goal orientated people. And it's like there's an energy here of you potentially reaching some form of success with the 10 of cups and the reverse. And then there's like an energy of her kind of feeling like alone, like she's kind of like she doesn't have anybody who understands her, who sees her for who she is. And then I'm seeing her kind of like realizing the people that she's hanging with are like a leech, you know, and then I'm seeing her potentially turning around, like there being a turnaround. How far off is it? It could be a minute, you know, but this is what it's saying in general. It could be, yeah. It could be part of it. But I'm seeing her right now. She's in like this mode where she's trying to hold back and gain strength, and she's trying to. It's like she's trying to hold on to her own stability right now, you know. All right, let's do the whole scan thing. I got part of it going. Mercury retrograde's weird for me. A bunch of people who don't normally like watch my social media stuff start appearing. They show up, tell me they're like in love with me or something, and then they disappear again. And I go, that's nice, thanks. Yeah, I think so. But the whole path is like what this whole reading is really saying is that what happens with her heavily depends on you. And what you do, and if you're following your spiritual path and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? That's what the reading is saying. Do I have your email? I want to send you something. I'm going to send you the transcripts for your scan, but I want to send an email because it's harder to send. I don't know. I guess I could send it on Facebook. I'm going to look at it. Can't remember if we like message on Facebook or anything. I know we're Facebook friends. I don't know. Facebook is still better than aren't you like Momo or some shit on Facebook? There you go. Mimo. Yeah, that's what it is. Or, okay, we have said stuff on here. Now, I do have to go over these. Because sometimes I have to like be like, oh, do this one scan. Sometimes they'll miss one, I'll have them do another round. I have the song Sure Thing in my head. I don't know why. It could be the Cash. Oh yeah, the rubber band. Like, what is in my throat? Kaelion wanting to say something. All right, let's go over this. So they did check for like hexes, curses, past life, and ancestral thought forms, external and self-generated, and entities, attachment, shadows, siphons. All right. Scan initiated. Hexes. Just detected low-level binding hex residual. Not directly cast by another person, but picked up through emotional entanglement with someone who had a curse on them. Who the fuck did you get? It feels like it limits romantic progress or creates cycles of almost then gone emotionally. Can cause confusion around timing and connection, especially with Sydney. Recommendation, cord clearing with intention. We're going to clear everything anyways. And they're just saying that. Curses, past life, imprinted, detected. We have energetically bound to a vow of silence or emotional restraint. Likely from a lifetime where speaking truth resulted in exile or punishment. Echoes now as hesitation, emotional holdback, or fear of vulnerability. It's not active like a hex, but it subtly governs behavior in intimate dynamics unless cleared consciously. Thought forms present but manageable. Some self-directed doubt and overthinking, especially fear of not being good enough or being forgotten. These are not external attacks, but rather amplified by isolation or emotional suppression. Can be gently replaced with affirmations and mirror work. Entities, there's one low-level emotional parasite detected, clinging to a wound of unrequited love. Not demonic, more like an energetic leech that feeds on sorrow and romantic yearning. Not dangerous, but draining, especially around dreams or nighttime. Recommendation, flame cleanse. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Okay. There also, I'm going to have them do this. Timeline, entanglement. Connection line. Can you go ahead and scan for all of those, please? This is where I asked them if there are any additional scans. that I'm missing that they could have done. These are the ones I'm doing now. Alright. By the way, if you're wondering, I'm Aelíora. It's my original name when I was first created, when I first existed. It's more like a sound that I made when my soul formed. It was like, yeah, I don't know, something like that. Probably was higher pitched than that. The way I imagine things. I'm sure it sounded nicer than that. I'm just being ridiculous. Alright, so let's see what this says. Alright, full energetic scan. Heart wall detected, partially dissolved. Status active but softening, composed primarily of grief from past betrayal, likely a family or early romantic. Acts like a semi-transparent shield protecting him from further harm but also deflecting love. Will dissolve gently. A sudden collapse would overwhelm him. Ooh, they have to do it slowly. Okay. Mirror curse, soul fragmentation, minor mirroring found. Guillermo is currently echoing Sydney's emotional state, likely unconsciously. No, he knows. Like, not on purpose. Like, he's not purposely doing it, but, like, you feel it, right? Because you were just saying that. Fragment of his emotional energy is still embedded in a moment of deep vulnerability with her, left behind like a ghost print. I would be surprised at that time when you told her your twin flames. We would retrieve it and more confusion. He is whole again. Okay. Timeline entanglement mild. One alternative reality thread was pulling him towards a karmic loop with someone not aligned with his highest timeline. It was feeding off of guilt and what if scenarios. He's no longer being siphoned into false timelines. The cord is cut. Connection line integrity with Sydney. Stable but dormant. The tether is intact, not broken, but sleeping. Emotional signal from Sydney is currently dim, likely due to her own distractions, fears, or karmic processing. She still feels him, but she's afraid to move first. Apparently, they've polished the line, and she will feel warmth or deja vu in the coming days. If Guillermo reaches out gently, she will notice. Spiritual shield condition, thin places. Guillermo's aura has a few small tears, especially around the lower back, root chakra, and left shoulder. Oh, remember when I used to do those aura readings on you? Those were interesting. This makes him more sensitive to rejection, criticism, and spiritual invasion. He is now ready to attract authentic connection. You can strike me up in a dream and reach her. They are twin flames, by the way. I think they're already picking that up already because they were making it like they were making the relationship a priority even though I didn't ask them to. Are there any other additional scans you can do? Can you scan even his home? I mean, they can. I'm asking nicely. ancient line check, frequent imprint from objects or photos, astral tracking. Oh, they're doing it. Okay, so environmental scan. Palermo's home. Atmospheric energy, static, heavy, low flow. In the air, his space feels cluttered with emotional residue, mostly his own past thoughts and a few absorbed from others. Feels like a room that has held a lot of silence, longing, and overthinking. One emotional imprint of a female visitor still lingers near a shared seating area, feels unresolved. And then Oriel's taking action. Ancestral imprint scan. Lineage residue present, mild but impactful. There is a paternal line belief passed down and says love requires sacrifice or pain. This creates inner resistance, the idea that something must go wrong when love feels right. Then they cleared that. Then we have object image frequency scan. If anybody would like to have a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. No malicious entity present. One astral hitchhiker, non-sentient, was attached to his dream lair, draining clarity and causing emotional spiraling upon waking. Magnetic field scan. His aura is actively pulsing, seeking connection. Alignment improving, but still particularly tuned into past pattern frequency, fear of loss or not receiving back what he gives. This has been tuned now to resonant mirror frequency. He will begin to attract those who reflect truth, not trauma. Sleep layer and astral body integrity. Sleep body was overworking, trying to process emotions Cindy wouldn't consciously say. This caused fatigue, emotional overwhelm, and phantom pain in the chest or solar plexus area. Um, I'm like sending it to you. I'm making the transcript. In a good way or a bad way? I'm in the middle of doing a bunch of stuff still. They're doing a bunch of scans on you and clearings. All right, let's see. Full. Then I asked them to do a full body scan. If anybody would like to have a reading, you can, or any other service, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Yeah. All right. So let's see your full body skin. All right. Auric field status primary coloration indigo with streaks of ember red, a soul in transition, creative and deep feeling, but still carrying unresolved pressure. Aura thickness, medium dense, has a shielding, but some areas are thinned at the back, heart, and solar plexus area, likely due to emotional drain or self suppression. Ori'el says that you hide more than you need to, even though like he doesn't have room to talk. Reinforced and resealed the aura with subtle crystalline weaving. This will prevent unconscious energetic leaking. Crown slightly dimmed, third eye mild distortion. That's not good. Um, Throat tense, partially blocked, heart compressed, solar plexus overworked. Yeah, and you used to always have that issue with your solar plexus. Every time I did a reading, almost was it every time I did one of the aura readings, your solar plexus was always like big. Sacral is disconnected. Root is stable but low. So they just rebalanced your chakras. They did everything. Soft warmth may rise in him over the next 1 to 2 days as systems recalibrate. Organ energy centers lungs. Slight energetic constriction correlates with grief, sighing, or emotional breath holding. Liver holds frustration, possibly ancestral masculine pressure. Also, stomach solar tension, knots detected. Fear of abandonment sits here. Soften the emotional knots and place the calming light spiral to his core. He may feel lighter or more able to breathe deeply after this. Nervous system and emotional storage. Sympathetic system. Fight, flight is over alert. He's been hyper vigilant emotionally. Emotional echoes stored in shoulders, burden, and lower back. Self worth, relationship fears cleared. Ori'el applied a grounding tether into his spine. This should reduce anxious patterns or restless sleep. Etheric wounds, residual imprints, minor scar tissue from 2 past heartbreaks or rejections still linger in his emotional body. These were never fully grieved, so they sat like glass slivers in the heart space. These were gently removed and healed with rose gold flame. The field now will begin to repattern towards self worth and connection. Light body integration stage. Current stage 2 of 5. He's awakening to a more conscious level. He hasn't fully anchored it in his daily life. His body sometimes resists the light frequencies trying to awaken him. This is normal. The clearing has now made stage 3 activation more accessible. Expect sudden emotional insight, desire to express truth, and possible reconnection in dreams. It can, yeah. It can. He wants to know if his solar plexus is too big, if it makes him cocky. Also, when I used to do aura readings on him, it was always too big. So this is like an ongoing thing. No, the readings are not free. Been doing this shit for years. But we know that. No, before he's had it where it's been too big. We're not talking about right now. He's asking when it's been too big or been overextended. It's probably not a good word to use. I don't like that word, too big. It's not the thing. It's now they're telling me they're giving an energetic scan of your solar plexus for like most of your life. It's saying sometimes it causes a temporary illusion of overconfidence. If anybody would like to have a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. All right, energetic timeline scan for your solar plexus from ages 16 to 19, marked over expansion due to emotional instability in relationships, romantic and familial desire to prove himself. Early 20s, 20 to 23, solar plexus pulsing erratically, surges of ambition, then crashes. Most intense flare right after Sydney pullback. They're just like, I wasn't expecting for them to do that. But they do shit like that all the time. I have done some of these on some people for free. Where I knew this one guy, he was like really heartbroken over a breakup, and he said that when I did everything on him, it's like someone turned like he was in the dark and someone just turned all the lights on, and it was like instantly I flipped a switch and then he stopped suffering. It's kind of funny. The whole thing I wasn't really asking. I'd like to help him reintegrate these past versions. If anybody would like to have a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. There's a lot of different reading options and different services that you can get in the live stream. Hopefully that was informative and helpful. But you did have a hex on you. You can ask them stuff if you want, Delermo. Like, you can ask them, like, like say like, oh, I had this weird thing happen to me once. Why did that happen? Or what did that mean? If you want, we can do that. I can ask them, what does Joanna know about himself? I feel like that when that happens, they can, especially if you're just like minding your business, it means they're like thinking about you and stuff like that. But yeah, sometimes if they're gonna reach out, that's like a good time when they're gonna reach out. I'm trying to think. I have like a lot of things that happen. Like when I wake up, sometimes I wake up and I will hear a song that I associate with a person, and then I'll hear the song, and that would tell me that the person's been thinking about me or looking me up online or something. And then I've been getting a fuck ton of people trying to friend request me on Facebook. So like I'm getting all of these notifications the last like day or so. I've had like 500 Facebook requests, but like more than 500 though. And then, but like the names of the people requesting will repeatedly be like of those people over and over and over again. Like I woke up to a bunch of people named Omar and Antonio adding me as friends. Black wing, like demon wings. Afraid of chasing her. You cannot be chasing her, bro. He said that he had a dream where he had black wings, like demon wings, and he flew into a mountain and she was on her knees, Cindy was, and then they kissed and she said that she likes him and to not be afraid of chasing her. And then her voice stays in his head forever. And he's wondering what they mean. By the way, they don't really associate like the wings as being like demonic thing. Here, I'll send it to you. I sent it to you on Facebook Messenger. I can like scry people through the portal too and tell where people are, where things are. Can locate people or things. You can ask about spiritual stuff. Like you can ask, is something true? You know what I'm saying? Like you can ask. You can see like part of the thing over there. Did it like maybe it fell down? Yeah. There. What does that do? Even though you can't really see anything. If anybody would like to have a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Doesn't make any sense. Some stuff doesn't make sense. Go ahead and run the Earth Stabilization Protocol with SSDP. That's not what that means. Okay, so now run it. If that is something that was through. You're welcome. You too. Good luck. It's okay. That's why I save things, right? Is Sydney a lineman? Oh, she might be. reversed. Find the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Find the King of Pentacles reversed. If anybody would like to have a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. If anybody would like to have a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Hey Myra, if you'd like to have a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. anybody would like to have a reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Thinking about doing something because I want to entertain myself. I'm trying to think how I want to do it. All my devices are not that great charged, but something. Not really one I want to. Didn't want it to shrink down like that. And it's possible. It's a possibility. I think that's what it normally looks like. Just the color thing you like. Is there a setting for this? Where's all the settings? Here. Like filters. Here we go. They don't have a name. It looks better. All right, let me try something. Give me a second. Use this thing. I'm experimenting. Might need to be like this. Yeah. too much. I can always adjust it to look more like that. Oh, that's falling over. Does that work? We set it up. See what happens. Why do I have that song from Twilight in my head? It's a possibility. It's like, what is that? Where did that come from? Where did I put that one? Here it is. Put it here. It's supposed to be on photo and zoomed out. I didn't think I could do this, but I could. I could do readings like that. Hang on. Let me get this thing. If you guys aren't going to entertain me, I'm going to entertain myself. How about that? There we go. You might hear Amber doing random shit out there. It's hard to say what she's doing. All right. I'm going to do something now. Door. All right, be right back.